Okay, so let's try number 2. 2 says 3 minus 3v is less than or equal to -3 times v minus 1 in parentheses. Okay, so for this one, the first thing that you want to do is you want to do the distributive property. You're going to take this -3 that's on the outside and you're going to multiply it by everything that's on the inside. So you're going to multiply it by the v and the -1. But the left side is going to stay the same. So you're still going to have 3 minus 3v. But over here, if you multiply everything by -3, you get -3 times v. And then -3 times -1 is going to give you a +3. So that's the first thing that I do, the distributive property. So then the next thing that I want to do is I want to get all the variables on the left side. So that means I've got to get rid of this -3v over here. I'm going to add it to both sides. So I add 3v right there, and I add 3v right here. And then I draw my line. So now the -3v and the +3v are going to cancel out on the right side, but they're also going to cancel out on the left side because I've got a -3v at the top and I've got a +3v at the bottom. So they add up to give me 0. So now the only thing that's left on the left side is going to be this 3. And then the only thing that's left on the right side is also going to be a 3. So I bring that down. So now I have 3 is less than or equal to 3. This is a true statement. So I'm going to write true. And whenever you have a true statement, your answer is going to be all real numbers. All real numbers. Now, the way you can graph this is you can draw a number line. I'm going to put 0 in the middle. And then I'm going to put -1 to the left of it, +1 to the right. And then since it's all real numbers, I can shade the entire number line. So I shade the left arrow, the right arrow, and then everything in between. Okay, let's try number 4. Number 4 says negative parentheses -7 plus 3x is greater than -38 plus 6x. So the first thing that I want to do here is I want to take that negative that's on the outside and I want to multiply it by everything on the inside. So I'm going to draw an arrow to the -7 and the positive 3x. So a -7, that's a double negative. It's going to end up being a +7. And then if I take the negative, I put it on the positive 3x, you're going to get negative 3x. So 7 minus 3x. I bring down my greater than. And then over here, I still have negative 38 plus 6x. So now what I want to do is I want to get all the variables to the left side. That means I've got to get rid of the 6x. I can subtract it like that. Make sure you do it on both sides. And they will cancel out on the right side like this. But I still have a negative 38. Over here, I have a 7. And if I put the negative 3x with the negative 6x, you're going to get negative 9x. So now we have a multi-step inequality. What I want to do now is, now that I've gotten all the variables to the left side, I want to get all the regular numbers to the right. So to get rid of a positive 7, we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. Then the 7 and the negative 7 will cancel over here, leaving me with the negative 9x. Is greater than negative 45. So now the only thing that I have left to do to get x by itself is to get rid of the negative 9. And I can do that by dividing.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, 10th grade students with the last names A through D that have not had their hearing and vision screening and are not testing, please report to the balcony of the auditorium at this time. This is for 10th grade students only that have not had their hearing and vision screenings with the last names A through D. Please report to the balcony of the auditorium at this time.
Okay, so when I do that, the x comes down, and negative 45 divided by negative 9 is positive 5. And since I'm dividing by the negative, I have to flip the sign. So instead of being greater than, it's now less than. So my solution set is going to be all the x, such that x is less than 5. And then I'm going to do my number line over here. So I'm going to put 5 in the middle, and then 4 and 3 go over here. 6 and 7 go over here. And then I can put an open circle around the 5. And then from there, I'm going to shade in the direction that the arrow is pointing. Since it's less than, it's pointing to the left. So I'm going to shade to the left like that.